Man, did you see that? That is probably going to be the opening clip of the video. That is how you deal with a bandit. Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to STALKER Shadow of Chernobyl. Now, in the last part, we were some busy bees, most definitely. We ran into X-18 on a mission to recover some military documents. You see, we're still holding on to those. We have to get up north to Rostok in order to do anything with those. I do believe. I think the barman needs those. Jesus Christ, everyone's being extremely loud today. Let us move in this direction. I think, what is this? For now, we're going to switch over to the AK. I don't remember how to use the secondary fire function. Perhaps it'll tell me here. Alright, it is V, as in Victor, to transition there. We have a long, hard road ahead of us. Getting back to, oh hell. Getting back to Rostok, but I think what we're going to do instead is run down to the military checkpoint. The first stop for many stalkers here in the cordon. And I think we're going to punch these guys' lights out. Now, if memory serves correctly, they have a mounted machine gun on the left-hand side in this tower, I do believe. No, I could be wrong. I often misremember things. So perhaps we can just creep right in like this. And see, they've got the, ooh yeah, because they've got this mine. I believe the mines are only where they've got the sticks. No. We have to be extremely careful moving through here. But what we're going to do is we're going to get a good flanked position on them. And then we're just going to give them hell. We're going to open fire on them. We have to be really, really cautious moving through here. Ooh, that guy is a little too close for my liking. You see, we have controls for stealth down in the bottom left. You can see we're crouched. This is a true crouch. This is just like a hunch, you know? And the light displayed in the bottom right is how much visible light we are standing in. So right now you can see there is no light on us whatsoever. We are essentially invisible moving like this now. You know what we're going to do is try to get to this tree. We're going to kind of do something different. I'm going to stay right here. Oh, Christ. Alright, we got spotted anyways. I think we killed... Yeah, okay, we killed those guys. We could really benefit from some BP rounds. As one may expect, we don't have BP rounds. Okay. That was messy. I think I killed them all, though. No, there's definitely at least one. Yeah, these guys are tough, too. We don't have just, like, fresh recruits. These guys are vets, experienced. I am going to quick save here, and then we'll push in. Yeah, very good. Push in here on the right side. Check up top. Alright, it's kind of bizarre. There's nothing up here. Oh, Christ alive. Over here in, excuse me for a moment. I've got some work to do. Alright, we had to put ourselves back together a little bit there. Go ahead and try to get what we can out of here. Take all this. Literally everything. Another dead guy. That's the commander, I do believe. Okay. Alright, everything seems quiet. We're gonna go through, clear it out. We're gonna go top down. Hopefully we can turn off that god-blessed radio. I don't know if we're gonna have to put a round in it or what. I don't know how that works. There's a shooter in here. Yeah, I see him. I got your ticket. Some of these guys must have... I think that's another post commander. He had a beret on, didn't he? No. No, it's just a veteran, probably. Alright. Wow, that was... Hey, we did it. Even though that was brutal, we did it. Steal the box from the army outpost. Look at this. Look at it. I think that's really interesting. What is this? Is this just standard? Yeah, it's just standard ammunition. No problem. I'm not complaining. Not even a little bit. I'm doing good. We are doing good, ladies and gentlemen. We jumped these guys pretty good. That could have gone really far south. Luckily for us, it did not. See, they've got some food, some bandages. We don't really need more bandages. I did pick up... Ooh, look at all this. 545. I did pick up all the 545 as well as med kits. Med kits are pretty good in a pinch. And I like having reserves. When you see all that ammunition we expended here, we have already regained 100% and then some, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I do not remember who we took the... Oh, Christ. Okay. Sorry, I gotta get my stamina up. This would be a good time for us to check our PDA. Yeah, we gotta go back to... We gotta run to Sidrovich, and then we gotta run up to Vostok. Which, no problem, no problem. Alright. Oh, man, what a spooky sound. I think there should be... Thank God. Holy hell. Ladies and gentlemen, that was going to drive me insane. I'm glad we were able to get that broadcast stopped. Very good. Very good. Okay, now that we can think, and I don't have to whisper for fear of shouting into the microphone, let's check all these bodies and take all the 545 that we can find. We already hit this stash. It's a huge energy stash, which is quite the funny nod to the military as a whole. We can't read any of this, can we? No. Okay, so I'm going to drop all the vodka. Drop all the vodka. as well as, what are these? Are these BP rounds? Hell yeah, they are. So I'm gonna drop enough 545 to get this under control. To get our weight under control, that is. Yeah, very good. As well as, what if we drop these points? No. There we go. Alright, now our weight's under control. We'll run back to Sidrovich. I also have weapons here. We don't need any of that stuff. None of that serves us. I am going to double check and make sure we didn't miss anything on this side. Just a bunch of dead guys. How many bad guys KIA here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys we jumped. Yeah, I hear that. Look at all this tourist delight. Food. These guys are having a great time. I kind of ruined their parade, huh? Rained on their parade a little bit. I have to keep that in mind. If we ever need food, we can come here and get a bunch for free. We don't need any more 545. We did use a ton. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. God, we wiped out 2 squads of soldiers just now. That's pretty incredible. For us as a solo unit, pretty good. That is pretty good. And effective, and we only used our frags are our most valuable asset when fighting large groups of enemies. If you can get a good frag off into a group of bad guys, it really is game over. Let's see here, back at the rookie village. It's funny how they operate right next to each other, isn't it? You see the graveyard out here. It's Stalker crosses. But yeah, if you get a frag inside of a structure, a room, whatever it happens to be, if you get a frag in there with a group of people, you are guaranteed to injure and maim. You are like 95% guaranteed to kill everybody in that room.
Hello there.
Depending on the size of the room, and you know, there's factors, but alright, mission complete. Here's the box. Okay, doesn't have anything for us. 2,000 rubles is absolutely insane. 2,000 rubles is absolutely insane. He does pay alright for all this stuff. Let's get all this turned in. Turn in the IL-86. I wouldn't use an L-85 in real life, let alone in games. I tend to avoid it in general. Let's trade here. Right, everything look good? Yeah.
Not bad. Now that's the way to go.
All
Good
right.
hunting, Stalker.
Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Well, once again, Sidrovich is pleased. Our armor's got a big hole in it, I do believe. Let's check this out real quick. We're gonna have to upgrade our suit coming up. We haven't yet. We've yet to meet anybody that can do repairs on our gear, and I keep having to remember that this is not Anomaly, and we can't repair our things ourselves. At least I don't believe we can. See an anomalous field here. One thing I find interesting about Stalker as a whole is that, you know, the stalkers that, you know, survive within the zone, they go as far as to not only name the anomalies and give them, hold on. Okay. Not just give them nicknames, but or excuse me, not just name them, but they name the clusters of them as well, like unique clusters of anomalies or 2 or more anomalies together. The symbiotes get special names. I find that interesting. There's a stash around here, huh? Is it a backpack and a bush? That is the yep, there it is. Ooh, look at this. PBS or a PB1. Nice. And for the time being, until we get some more 45s, we're going to use this as our primary pistol. Nice. Alright. Let's creep through. Someone was saving this for a rainy day. Perhaps a task failed. Get the artifact. Oh, whatever. Perhaps it was a would-be assassin. Perhaps it's somebody we've put in the dirt. I don't remember all the individuals we've killed, which I know it sounds awful, but I frankly don't. Ooh, hell. Okay, hold on. We got this. F5. Ooh. Alright. Who the hell is this? Oh, just a dead stalker. Alright, let's hit ourselves with one of these. Ooh. Oh, well, for Christ's sakes. I thought we were gonna get through there pretty scot-free, but that just was not the case, my dear friends. We'll hit ourselves with some bandages. We really need to get our happy butts on over to Rostic and see if they'll fix our equipment. Hey, chill. Anton Cleaner. Seems like you don't know your way around well yet, so I'll warn you as a friend. Have nothing to do with the military. Once you spot one, get the hell out of there because they have no brains. First they'll put a bullet or 10 in you and then check documents to see your name. Oh, he has nothing cool. Does the other guy have anything cool? No. Alright. Well, let's get away from the farm and hit the road. We have a long walk back. A long walk, which means we get to talk. Get to soak in some environments. What I was trying to do back there was force the blind dogs to follow me through the electrical anomaly. Well, which, ooh, holy hell. Oh, here they come. Peace. Alright. Back up. Keep our eyes forward. I did not mean to fire off that round. I'm really good at popping one off. Is that a dead body over there? Oh, it's a dead dog. I remember fighting them over there. I didn't know if they finally came back and killed the killed Nimble. That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't be canon, would it? Forget what I said. Alright. Now, eventually we'll come back and get this stash out of the death truck. But for now, we do not have the radiation protection that is needed in order to successfully do that. Oh, Christ. Pseudo-dogs. At least it's not a psy-dog. The worst of the mutants are the mimics. Anything that can tap into the psionic field is not a friend of mine. I'm pretty genuinely scared of the idea of controllers. Like, anytime you think of, I am me, right? This is my body, and I am in control of myself, right? Now, I know there's several arguments in other directions against stuff like that, like, oh, free will is an illusion, whatever. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is whether or not you know yourself, right? You are in control of your body and in control of your actions. Now, something that is a mutated version of your species is able to control your mind and cause you to do things that you normally wouldn't even consider doing. We took a round. Jesus Christ, folks. Alright, here we go. Alright, hit him with the BP. Which really didn't seem to do too much different. Who's this guy? Who are you? Military veteran, you're an LT. I'm gonna eat your food and use your band-aids. And, is that a good opkin? Yeah. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Well, I think we're going to equip that as our primary for the time being. Reload. Nice. Put that on semi-automatic. Look at that sucker. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah, I just think there's something scary about the next step of human evolution, or like altered humans. Same way I think that cavemen are scary, or Neanderthals versus, you know, modern humans. We're just so fundamentally different, even though we share composition. We are very, very different species. And you know, okay, so that concept, I think, leans pretty heavily into... Are those? Yeah, those are bad guys. That's the military. I guess they took their outpost over, or took it back. Well, not really. The dogs are running wild. I'm gonna let them eat. Kill this guy. Yeah, that was a good shot. Last time we came through here, it was bandits. Anyways. Oh, Christ. Okay. 2 distinct voices. I saw 1 shooter. But that leads credence to the uncanny valley theory, right? And one of the theories about that I love so much, I don't care if it's a creepypasta or not, is that there was a chance that we, our original Homo sapien species, were scared of something that looked human but was not. Something that either mimicked a human or had a similar appearance to a human but was just slightly off. That's terrifying. You can run wild with that. Oh, man. Well, sorry about that, folks. I had to restart because I ran in there like a goofy, and ended up getting us killed, which is alright. All we have to do is transfer over, eat this, use this, take these, take this, switch it over, and we're essentially back to where we were. Almost. We have to go smoke these guys, but they're going to get eaten by dogs for the most part, so not too much of a problem. But, you know, about the uncanny valley, that is generally not considered to be scientific, but it has been proven that Neanderthals may have hunted early humans, or vice versa. And I remember seeing a comic panel, I think it was on, are these friendly stalkers? Are we all blue? Everyone cool? Everyone chilling? Yep, all blue. Oh, hell no. What the hell are you guys doing? See, we have the campfire after we clear the camp out. There's a shooter back there and a shooter interior here. Put one in his head. Okay, he's dead. Safe's gone. There's a really cool comic panel I saw. I don't know if it was on Reddit or where I saw it, but it had... Oh. Alright, we're all blue again, right? Everyone's blue? Everyone's cool? It had to do with that concept. And it was like this giant monster that mimicked the face of a Neanderthal. It was chasing, or not chasing, but it was hunting them throughout the night. Absolutely terrifying. You know, I think the uncanny valley is a pretty horrific concept as it is. One of the freakiest, absolute freakiest, short form horror that you see the hell's up here? There's a gunfight going on over there by Bez's encampment. Are the Uncanny Valley clips you see where people are getting chased or pursued by individuals that have just slightly misshapen faces. Military's, they're out here doing cleaning crews, aren't they? You bet your Tushanka they're doing cleaning crews. I don't mean, I mean that in a very bad way. They're sending hit squads out to clear out stalkers, it seems. Oh. You know, you think that the military would be a little wiser. Ooh, we are in trouble. Okay. That was our last scientific medkit, unfortunately. God bless. Man, we're in a three-way fight right now. Look at all those dogs. I'm going to try to lure them back over here. I'm going to kill this guy with my knife. Oh, alright. Well, my apologies, folks. We got to redo that. I didn't realize we were walking into that nonsense. Alright, I'm going to kill this guy with my knife. Got him. Alright. Jesus Lord. Alright, let's stay away from the dogs. I wasn't expecting this to be a three-way gunfight. Got shooters down below. Now, I should be using BP in this situation, because the military does have good armor. But for the lack of BP we have, I'm going to stick to using our standard FMJ rounds. I don't even think these are FMJ. I shouldn't be wasting bullets on executing them, but sometimes it's better to shoot them, make sure that they're dead, instead of running up on them with a knife. Leaves you open to enemy fire. Man, and bandits, Christ alive, we are struggling here. All we wanted to do was go to Rostic, man. Alright, let's move. Reload, move. Shoot, fire, move. Fire and maneuver. Fire and maneuver. Walk, walk, walk. I think I chopped him down. Yep, he's done. Ooh. It's crazy that the bandits have medkits and the military doesn't. Is that military? Yep. Better find cover. I think I just dropped one of them. Nope, he's still up. He's flanking me. This guy's pushing on me. No, I am not susceptible to the hammer and anvil tactic. I think that one might have got him. Oh. You see how they tried to pull? That's pretty incredible for 20-year-old AI for them to fire and maneuver on me. They just did something called a hammer and anvil, which is when it's normally executed by larger forces, but the concept is the same. So you have the anvil force, right? All right, hold on. I'm gonna throw BP in here, and I'm gonna lace him up. Nice, got him. Okay, that's just a zone anomaly, it seems. I've never seen something like that before in my life. I'm gonna transfer back over. Wow, look at this. What the hell is going on here? Oh, there he goes. Okay, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't just a tad bit confused. So, before we go on with the hammer and anvil conversation, I want to talk about Stalker and how its jank is so perfect and so acceptable as jank that it's become just part of the zone. You know, it's part of, and it's not oftentimes you see in a video game where, you know, and bugs and strange phenomenon related to the code or the integrity of the game are appreciated by the fan base, right? So here in Stalker, stuff like this, well, he's down now, but stuff like this soldier just kind of being suspended upside down like that, it's just a mystery of the zone, you know, and it requires no further explanation. I mean, you could make up your own headcanon about what the hell that was, but it's just something. It's like the ghosts in Metro, where they're just not talked about by anybody. You just experience it, and it is that this is the way it is, you know. And there's not really any need for explanation, or there isn't any explanation because it doesn't need an explanation. It just is. The zone is just as unexplicable as one might imagine, you know? We're going to sit up here and do some duck hunting real quick. But we were talking about hammer and anvil. So, shooter number 1, who was playing the role of the anvil, was the individual I killed by this big tree that was maneuvering on me to the left, but staying at a distance, right? So he's pinning me down with suppressive fire. He's acting as an anvil, while the hammer... Alright, folks, we are back. I know it seems a little different. It seems different because it is different. We had a crash right there as we're talking about the hammer and anvil and all this nonsense. So we might get to see it again, I don't know. But all that nonsense... The hammer element was the guy who flanked around us through the swamp and came up right up on us. That was a perfect execution of hammer and anvil. You see these goofies walking right through an anomalous zone. I apologize for the crash. I had no idea. But here I am, you know, talking fondly of bugs and, you know, the mess that is Stalker. It's kind of held together by hopes and dreams, which is not a bad thing. That's just how it is. So we're gonna have to take it as it comes, and appreciate it for what it is. And when we almost got turned into a fruit punch. But when stuff like that happens, you know, it's just part of the zone. Like that, for example. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Let's move on. Privyet, Stalkers. Nick Deserter. Savamore. And tell us the story. Siri. I don't remember where we ran into him. Alright, let's continue on our quest out of the garbage here. We've wasted enough ammo. Having a good time. Shooting mutants, shooting bandits, killing soldiers. Killing a lot of soldiers in this round. Seems like the military's crackdown is in full effect. They are spread out. They are actively targeting stalkers. Don't see any targeting duty, which is interesting. I wonder how much that has to do with greased palms and how much that has to do with, you know, the duty members getting a lot of military deserters. Oh, look at this. 8 anti-rad. I love finding stashes. It sucks that, you know, you have to find evidence, like recorded evidence of a stash prior to the stash having its contents. But c'est la vie. What can you do? You know? Do I sound more comfortable in this video? Because I have a new chair. My old chair it served its purpose. I loved it. I loved it for a long time, but it has official. Oh, there's a whole pack of dogs. Joyous day. Oh man, aren't we the luckiest stalker there ever was? My God, I feel like if I were in the exclusion zone, I would have beef with the blind dogs. Me and the pseudo dogs and the blind dogs would have a whole hell of a lot of beef. But no, I got this new chair, and I just got it all put together today. It is the most comfortable thing I've ever sat in my entire life. I was starting to have some pretty awful neck pain from the, if we scoot around the dogs and then we drag them over here to duty, then the duty bootlickers have to deal with it, and not us. So that's good. You guys fire away. My weapons are up. There you go. Have fun dealing with that. See, that's why you don't join a faction and get stuck on gate guard duty, right? Stuck on tower watch. Because I have the freedom and autonomy to move wherever I want to. I could go to Pripyat right now. Well, I don't know. I couldn't go to Pripyat right now. After I disable the brain scorcher, then I could go to Pripyat. Hey, what do you need? Donko Witcher. What a cool name. Donko. I like that. The old warehouses, the Freedom Base, they're happy fellows and have some good soul. Such a pleasure to chat with them over a bottle of wine. And duty isn't there all the time, like around the bar. Thanks for the heads up, dude. I'm going. Oh, welcome back. Anyways, yeah, this new chair, oh man, it's I was definitely like slouching a little bit in my other one because it had worn out so badly. It was, initially a chair starts at 90 degrees, right? With a slight deviation for your spine. It was just a, run-of-the-mill gamer chair. I couldn't tell you the brand. But it started slowly but surely leaning further back the longer I had it. And it wasn't a screw issue or a bolt issue. I had to have everything tightened. It was just worn. So now I have a new one, and it's tight and very, very stiff at 90 degrees, and it feels absolutely incredible. And I have head support. Oh, everything's good. Everything's all good. All right, so we're going to sell this. We're going to take this. We got to do a little bit of organizing here. We're going to get rid of all of our AK-74s. I think we might hold on to... we're going to hold on to our SIG for the time being. But we'll sell everything else. Alright.
How's it go? Good. The situation is becoming clearer. As I expected, this
10K.
scorcher is man-made. It's a Kamenov experimental emitter, and its components were made exactly in X-18. These documents refer to Lab X-16, where they sent some components. According to this, it ain't simple. You need to get to the scientist.
Okay. So, we figured out that our parts, or the parts of the Brain Scorcher were made around Yantar. Lake Yantar, formerly, now just Yantar. We kind of knew all this already, with our foreknowledge. But it's good to know. Now we can go back there and actually get inside X-16, the Miracle Machine. We're going to get rid of this Obican. We're going to get rid of all that. Surprisingly, that's no money whatsoever. Sell this PB. I need some 45 rounds. My God. We're getting scammed like crazy here. But we can turn around and sell a bunch of these anti-rad. I'm going to hold on to 10 of these. My God, it's almost more efficient to keep it. Whatever. We are getting scammed out the wazoo. trader will buy those. Buy all these 9x18s. Might as well buy 5.56. Now we got to pay out of pocket a little bit, but that's not too big of a problem. I'm gonna buy these frags too. All right, awesome.
I've always got something interesting for people like you.
I wish he would stop talking to me. Snitch. Catch me associating with a snitch. You've got me 7 shades of messed up.
My information might well be of use to you, Stalker.
I'm not even like a criminally minded individual, you know. Has nothing to do with, and it's the principle. I simply cannot.
I've always got something interesting for people like you.
No, absolutely not. They call you snitch for a reason. It means you're a backstabbing snake rat person. And I'm a rat, but I'm a different kind of rat. I'm a loot goblin. You know. We are not the same. We are not your kind of people. Let's get on the road here. We're gonna head on over to Yantar. We got to get there through the wild territory, which will be a bunch of fun. It means we might get to see some of our Western mercenary friends who don't take too kindly to our existence. But what would be nice to find is a rifle. I would love to find a Western, hell, a Eastern rifle with an optic on top, some long-range capability would be great. Now, I did make a mistake just now. I have several Vogs. Who did I say I would do that for? I don't remember. I guess we'll, ooh. Oh, that's duty. Okay, they're doing a clean sweep operation. Cool, you guys do what you need to do, man. Do what you need to do. No, they're about to get into a firefight. Uh-oh. Well, okay. Well, I guess, hey, I'm gonna just slowly but surely get on in here. What is that? Is that a bandit? Yeah, that's a bandit. It's bizarre. I'm so glad to have the black kite back. Oh, these are serious bandits. Serious business. These guys got the trench coats on. Oh yeah, these guys are serious business for sure. They get the Terminator. Threaded SPSA 14. So we got a threaded spas. What the... Unique weapon. The shotgun model has a rifled bore, greatly increases its accuracy when firing darts or slugs. However, using shot is difficult. Oh man, what the hell? Who is this? Poker. Man, you call yourself an expert? I hit you from the side. You didn't even look in my direction, goofy. Expert. I'll take everything you got. Man, did you see that? That is probably going to be the opening clip of the video. That is how you deal with a bandit. Man, I'm having a great time today in the zone. Let's have a sip of this energy drink and let's go ahead and skedaddle. Oh, there's a bloodsucker in broad daylight. Is crazy. That's bizarre. All right. I got this set to burst. We're going to move very carefully and cautiously. You see that autosave? Oh, there's snorks too? Jesus Christ. Okay. This is a problem. I wonder if I killed that bloodsucker. I can't turn my back until that bloodsucker is accounted for. I totally forgot about there being freaking snorks in wild territory. There's everything in wild territory. Oh, this is... Man, I still struggle sometimes to find a better example of a stalker area. You know, this abandoned... This is really... And I know I've said this before, but this... When I think of a stalker area, or like something that reminds me of Stalker, that isn't Rookie Village, I think of Wild Territory. And I think the reason is really simple. The Christ almighty, man, we are in trouble. Who's shooting at us? Hold the phone. Hold on. Oh, there's the little rats. Oh my god. Well, okay, when it doesn't look like this, it definitely reminds me a little bit more of Stalker. There's mercs on the freaking roof at the construction site. Holy hell. We're bringing them trouble. Alright, bye guys. Have a good time. Oh, I'll just creep out. I'll just creep out. They won't see me. I'll just creep through. Everything will be fine. Everything will be kosher. We'll be good. We're all good. Yep. Okay. Fantastic. So, when it comes to the Wild Territory, the backdrop of, ruined military and industrial infrastructure, the wide open pathways, the concrete, the grayscale, the gray everything, the rust, that you can smell this area. I guarantee it smells like rust and aluminum and oil. I guarantee it hangs really heavy on the air, and then we approach stuff like this. We've got mutants, we've got mercs, we've got bandits, we've got duty. Sometimes you can catch freedom in here. You have so many different types of mutants. This is generally where I'd say 9 out of 10 players encounter their first bloodsucker. And you have just about every anomaly that you can imagine. If it weren't so hot back there, I would have taken us through the house, the spooky house, or where we can drop in through the roof. But it's a little too hot back there for the time being. I meant to. Forgive me as I stop, look, listen, smell. Okay, multiple dogs up on the hill. We're gonna move along the side of this hill. We're gonna sprint, actually, and try to get through here. Yeah, there we go. On to Yantar we go, folks. On to Yantar we go. And then, that industrial area is in stark contrast with the swamp of Yantar. And these early iterations of Yantar, it's always gloomy here. It seems like the sun just never shines in Yantar. That's not true in all versions of Stalker, but in Shadow of Chernobyl, I feel like that's a pretty consistent mood. The theme here is just, I don't know, kind of hopeless. Even though this is, a mobile scientist base, it just feels hopeless. Oh, yeah, I forgot we put all this stuff in here. Okay, actually, I might have to write this down, just for my own memory. Maybe not. Maybe later. I'm gonna throw that in there. Maybe not. Hold on. Okay. For those of you that were screaming at me, like, you don't need a lead line case, I see that now, and I apologize for that. Hey, Sakharov, please come closer so we can talk.
Hello? Hello?
Looking for Lab X16. The barkeep told me you might have information about its location.
Laboratory, but we don't have the exact coordinates. Besides, trying to get into it would be way too dangerous.
Okay.
We have been studying the emission in Lab X16 for a long time, but you won't get in there without special equipment. We've developed a psi protection device that can help shield you from the emission, but needs some...
Okay.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
So, this is the part where we need a special psionic headset that will allow us to essentially walk through anomalous fields, especially those that generate psi emissions. Those are the emissions that turn you into zombies. And I feel like that language is a little muddy there. So you have emissions produced by the zone, which are the massive radiation storms that generate from the heart of Reactor 4, right? They generate from the power plant and they sweep through the zone, and this is also what causes the zone to expand. And these happen anywhere from, or any time between 24 and 72 hour time slots. You'll have an emission ravage the zone, right? And this is, this kills stalkers directly, and also causes, there we go, we got a manual save. This kills stalkers directly and causes the zone to grow, and it also causes anomalies to be charged, essentially, allowing them to produce more artifacts. Now, the psi emissions, even though they have the same name, they are different. This is psionic energy, which is anything related to the new sphere, right? The new sphere being like the hypothetical proposed sphere of human consciousness, essentially the emotional state of the world. And that's not a great description, but it'll work for what we're doing. So tapping into that means you can, it's the basis for this game. And for people that, you know what, I'm not going to go any further into the story. Just in case you haven't played this, if this is your first experience, hey, welcome aboard. You're more than welcome to stick around. Thank you to the community and each and every one of you that have stuck around. I appreciate you all so much. But all that aside, the emissions cause people to become zombified shells of themselves, but they're still alive in there somewhere. It's just their will does not exist anymore. Right, they are totally subservient to something we don't quite understand. This is also what causes people to become Monolith, which we haven't even gotten to them yet. They take. Oh, I need to talk to Kruglov. Hey, hero. Oh, cool.
It's too dangerous outside. You go first. Check the area outside the lab. The must.
Oh, okay. Yes. Why'd you... I'm all about the scientists, but man, if you're a scientist in the zone, I feel like you should have a good amount of weapons handling training. You should definitely have several. Okay, dude, don't... Jesus Christ, they're not even... Alright, I'm gonna throw this back on semi-automatic. Jesus Christ, he's shooting that rifle off in my ear. Forget how tough zombies are. Doesn't have anything for us. Alright, let's follow Kruglov here and take some radiation measurements. See, I always like these escort missions, though, with scientists, because you get to see, not only are you helping...
Wait a minute. Let me do the metering and we'll move on.
Okay. Not only do you get to see them trying to understand the zone around them, which is kind of part of this Oh, what the hell's going on? That's not good. That's not good at all. Alright, I thought we turned the difficulty up to... I guess we're just not getting crazy headshots. Or zombies are just really tough. I don't think... Oh my god, okay, hold on. Sorry, folks. This scientist trying to play hero here is causing us some difficulties. I'm gonna see if we can get some buckshot from Sakharov real quick, and then we'll go back out.
Hello.
Yes, perfect. We'll take all that and the frag for 800. Sounds good to me. Fair trade. All right, I'm going to equip this. I have to get to those zombies way before Kruglov does, or else we're going to be here for forever. And I know nobody wants that. Now, unfortunately, this is not the right shotgun to be using buckshot with, but it's what we got, so it's what we're going to use. Yeah, plus, buckshot at point-blank range, it doesn't matter if the barrel's rifled or smooth. I mean, you're going to hit your target. Especially if I'm pressing the barrel to your head, you know? There's one. I'm going to kill him with a knife, I think. Yeah. He says, "Oh yes, will you go out there and clear the way for me first?" And then he, you know, takes off in a dead sprint, towards the heart of danger. That time it wasn't so bad, but
Wait a minute. Let me do the metering and we'll move on.
wait, Kruglov is the same goofy that we were with in oh, holy hell, holy hell, holy hell, holy hell. Okay. Yeah, Kruglov was the same dude from the helicopter crash. I have been forgetting that. You see, one of the saddest things about rookies, or not rookies, but one of the saddest things about Zombified Stalkers 2 is you see most of them are rookies. For the most part. It's not like a guarantee. But it is pretty common for a rookie to... And, oh, Christ. Oh, hell's bells. He's trying to get his CIB out here, folks. Alright, that's good. An F1 grenade. What do you have? 2 F1 grenades is pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go back and grab this Mercs 556.
Bogdan, we need to get deeper inside. I can't make out anything in here.
Deeper inside? Deeper inside the... This doesn't sound like a good idea, Kruglov. I mean, this is pretty awful. I just have this like mounting bad feeling about our operation.
Imminent blowout! Run, Mark!
Fine, you can't just leave him like that.
Just leave him. There is nothing we can do for him. The blowout is minutes away. We won't get through with him.
No, Fang, I'm not leaving him.
Seems like we're in a structure. Oh, yep. Oh. Ooh, I'm a little wonky. There we go. Okay. Okay. Nothing to be had. Alright, so that was a blowout. You good? Oh yeah, hey.
Out of here quick.
Good deal.
I've got the measurements. Now we just need to get back to the bunker.
Okay, lead the way, pal. Should be a straight shot, huh? Relatively straight shot, at least. Very good. Alright, folks. Hopefully we can get down into X16 in this part. Cause some chaos. More games should have quick save functions built in. So blowouts, if I remember correctly, blowouts are massive dumps of radiation, which is like the zone trying to purge itself. So emissions are lethal. Psy-storms are a variant of emission, right? It's like a blast of psionic energy across the zone. And then you have blowouts, which are just random, extremely high doses of radiation that sweep the zone from Chernobyl. I think. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I always like the scientist models. They look like spacesuits. I like that quite a lot.
Here are the results. Here, and here.
Hello?
Couldn't
Hello.
be any more accurate.
All right, let me adjust the prototype.
Very good. Very good. We're gonna get our psi headgear. This is one of the things when I play Anomaly that sometimes I'll spawn directly in from the files because I have tried to get it
Hello? Hello?
the right way,
You did an excellent
and it
job.
did not
If
work.
the measurements are correct, the prototype should provide you with maximum protection from emission.
Oh, very good. And we got a stone flower, which
Stalker.
is cool.
Now you will be able to break through to the laboratory, but unless you turn off the emitter, you won't last long even with the psi protection on. We've estimated an approximate location of the emitter. It is located in an underground facility. I have marked the spot on your map. Vasiliev was working on the lab issue. About a week ago, he and a stalker called Ghost tried to get inside. A couple of hours later, we felt a major tremor, and after another hour, we picked up a signal from Vasiliev, coming from the swamp, but it died away. And Vasiliev died away with it, it would seem. Try to find his corpse. He had the exact information on the lab and the way to get into it. There may even be info on deactivating that source of the emission. I've uploaded you all the data we have.
All right, very good. So, Marked One has still not figured out that he is, him and Ghost ran together. Even though the professor is saying, the body of your colleague, Ghost, must be somewhere there as well.
Hello?
All right.
We've got all the papers. We know how to deactivate the source of the emission. Proceeding to dig into the lab with Ghost. Zombies coming out of everywhere. It's all screwed up. Ghost has gone insane. He must have been affected by the emissions. I've dropped everything, trying to get out through the tunnels. I'm at the swamp, but where's the bunker? Shit. I can't make out my whereabouts. No response from Sakharov. What's going on? Zombies everywhere. I'm running out of ammo.
Okay. So we know Vasiliev was, is this the stone flower? We know Vasiliev, was out in the swamp. Can we wear this? No, it's on us. Okay. Very good. This makes us bulletproof. I think we're just going to turn around and sell that. I really don't like...
Hello?
I don't like to use anything that messes with our radiation without something that gives us radiation protection. So I'm going to buy 3 of these suckers. Oh, nope, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, hell. Uh-oh. Alright, well, we made some money. Sorry, I just sold all of our frag grenades. All of our F1s that we got for free out in the zone. No, that sucks a little bit, but c'est la vie. So we're going to move off in... Yeah, that's the entrance into the lab. We could go... We can't go wide. Let's go over here and check out the swamp. What? We can't go through there. We're going to go all the way around to the snork-infested part of the swamp and check for Vasilov's body. Granted, he's not a zombie and we haven't killed him already, and then we'll go up this way. He said that he came out at the swamp, which I know that the exit to X16 is over here. Oh, hello. Nice. Shot him. Ooh, come on. Gotta have a good shotgun in the zone, folks. You have to have a primary... Ooh, hell. God, we took a round, too. Jeez Louise. Alright. None of you guys look like scientists, though. I can't stand listening to Sakharov say hello, hello. Over and over, man. Jesus. He stayed alive just long enough to put a round in us. To tag us in the arm. Right in the shoulder. Or to have mercy. We are struggling, folks. Christ almighty. Oh, wow. Holy hell. Fire the... Kill the dude. Jesus. He's still up. Insanity. Absolute insanity. You'll have to forgive me for that. I know that was probably painful to watch. Man, the, our, black kite, man. I mean, it hits like a truck. At least it seems like it does. And then every once in a while, you get a guy like that that just takes rounds. We're going to cross here and check this little island out. And then we'll run up around, we'll circumnavigate the helicopter and just see if we can't find a scientist's body. I'm sure he's going to stick out like a sore thumb. Scientists usually do with their fancy suits. I think that's him over there, as a matter of fact. I think, have we found this already? I know we were over here in the last part. Something's telling me that we found this already. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Is that... Yes, that is you. Okay, so anything we needed, we've got on our person already, which is good to know. And that's crazy, dying so close to the lab. I know this is the exit. At least I believe it to be. It's one of these freaking runoff valves. So we're gonna slowly make our way around. And hopefully not get messed up in the process. Ooh. Nothing in the stash. Perhaps we'll catch wind of the stash moving forward. Perhaps we'll find a corpse in the bunker. Maybe it's one of Ghost's. Oh. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? There's definitely snorks around. Jesus Christ, you hear that? Gotta be really careful moving interior here. Now, thankfully, last time we were here, you remember we had to turn back instantly. There was no chance that we were to get through here. Look, a monolith. It's the first monolith we've seen. Now, although they are dead, it's worrisome that there are still fires lit. Oh, Christ. Here we go. A couple zombies up ahead. Try to ambush him here. Okay. Definitely got 2 of them. Ooh. We definitely woke up the snorks, which is worrisome. And woke up the other zombies. Nice. Very good. God, both of these guys. Jesus, it's so... Zombies are sad and bizarre creatures, and it's strange to see, you know, all these different factions. People who would have shot each other in the face over nothing in a past life working together. Because, you know, their will has been destroyed. Their will has been destroyed by a force, an evil force, much greater than them. This is a terrifying... The interior of X-16, this compound is horrifying. The mutants are scary in and of themselves. The fuzz that you see, like the ambient fuzz to denote that we're in an area of high psi activity. The corpses and the bones scattered around, decapitated heads, people impaled on spikes. Who's over here? Who the hell are you? Oh my god, that's... Oh, that kind of got my goat, folks. The zombies here, I thought it was a group of stalkers, just because of their demeanor, how they were sitting, you know, gathered around a campfire like stalkers do. But no, it was just another twisted trick of the zone. Seems like perhaps their programming glitched out. And they reverted back to what they were doing. What's comfortable, what they knew prior to their zombification. Warming up by a campfire, swapping stories. Even though now they're silent. Outside of some you know, pretty indiscernible groans. I can't tell if they're saying, when they say Malchik, it sounds like they're saying like Malinki is little, right? And I am speaking Russian, not Ukrainian, but they're extremely similar languages. So when I hear, oh Christ, uh-oh. No, it sounds like they're saying Malchik, which means boy. And that opens up a whole different can of worms. Now, it's kind of slurred, but it definitely kind of sounds like Malchik. Now, I could just be mishearing that. Someone let me know what they're saying. Down below, please. We are in... This is an awful area to be. I'm gonna go kill this guy so we can get our directional audio back under control. Stab this guy. Good. He had some good stuff on him. Now, for as much as I know about the universe of Stalker as a whole, I still don't know everything. I strive to. I wish I did. But unfortunately, it's difficult, you know, to have perfect understanding of any world like this. especially with, you know, fan theories, your own headcanon. You know, you're never, I don't feel like you're ever going to have a perfect grip on a universe. Unless you created that universe, you know? Does that make sense? Like, hell, I'm, you know, still working on a book that takes place in this universe, and I still don't, you know, I don't know everything there is to know. The, oh God, the, corpses scattered about in various states of disrepair. It almost makes you think that they're, almost makes you think that the zombies are disposing of the corpses. All right, very good, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a new, brand new stalker suit to try out. And you hear him saying "mama." That's rather sad. I'd like to get in and out of this place as quickly as possible. Ooh, what the hell? Alright, let's get through here. See what we can find. Now, I don't remember X16 so well. Maybe I do. So I remember it from Anomaly. And when you come here in Anomaly, it's basically a big brain in a jar, essentially. Something, oh, look, the traditional Monolith bone fires. Very scary. Very scary. So I guess for the time being, we're not gonna talk about those who shall not be named. But just know that all you need to know about them for the time being is that they make fires out of the remains of humans. Zombies, it doesn't matter. Oh, and zombies don't fire on them. That's another interesting...
Great job, Mark 1. You've actually made it to the lab. It is
interesting point. I am going to manually save here.
that we study the installation in the lab. Try to be activated so we can examine it properly. Listen, the prototype can't protect you from the strong emission forever. I provided for this. When you get hit by a strong field, the timer will start ticking. As soon as the time runs out, the prototype will stop protecting you. So take care, and remember about the timer.
Alright, Sakharov, thank you so much. You couldn't respond to your dying friend in the swamp, but you can respond to me just fine. Underground in X16 itself. Great, great. I'm thankful to know that I have you on my side. Oh. Took some fall damage there. Oh, we're taking some again. You gotta bear with me as I attempt to get down. What the hell is that? Okay, it's just a corpse. It's a leg? Whole leg bone. No problem, no problem. Oh, man. This is what I remember, most definitely. Ooh, snorks. Okay. Well, that's a much better reality than what I had thought was waiting for us down here. Like I said, my most recent experience is Anomaly, and it's a bloodsucker nest. And we're just kind of firing indiscriminately. Let's get some shells. Yeah, there we go. Let's put some shots on them that are gonna drop them. Let's also open up these crates. There's no goodies. No goodies for us. No. No, the loot elves have not been through. Oh, that's a unique design choice. Stalker is, like I said, it's praised universally for its AI, its ambient environment, its gameplay, its storytelling, yada yada yada. Something else Stalker is praised for, that I feel it's got a lot of attention to detail. And you might say, what the hell are you talking about? The weapons are backwards, or yada yada. Yeah, there's 1,000 ways that you could try to dispute that, but you hear the shotgun firing, right? And it's throwing brass, or it's not throwing brass. It's throwing its shells. I'm looking for this stash, folks. Really quickly, I think it's up there. Oh, well, no stash for us. It seems I made a mistake. My bad. But the shotgun is throwing its shells, its spent shell casings, and they're hitting objects and interacting with them in the universe, which is really neat. Now, in a lot of games you can hear the brass, but I mean it was directional, which I find to be really cool. For a 20-year game, also. Let's see the remnants of Monolith soldiers down here. Long dead. It seems like there was a horrible struggle here at some point. Oh, Christ alive. Yeah, thankfully we're dealing with zombies. Ooh. It makes me irrationally happy when we find artifacts within containers. Artifacts are an interesting thing. They're in later iterations, you have to find them within anomalous fields, but within this world, the first Stalker game, Shadow of Chernobyl, within this world, you find artifacts out in the open. You find them down below. You find them hidden away, and I almost prefer that to a degree, and I'll tell you why. The anomalous activity, though a good birthing area for artifacts themselves, anomalous fields should have artifacts within them, and it does make sense for them to kind of, like, from a scientific perspective, for them to discharge something into our world. That makes sense. But these areas of human meddling, right, where humans have created these mystery machines, things that mess with the noosphere, they break the laws of physics as we know them. Things like that, it seems like this... Oh, that's a really screwed up image when you think about it. But when you... I'm getting off track here. What the hell was that? Okay. It would make sense for there to be large concentrations of anomalous energy within the catacombs, the X-Labs, because of human tinkering. So it would make sense for there to be pockets of energy that are also discharging and creating the artifacts that we know and love down below here. I'm gonna take a shameless screenshot here. Okay. Forgive me. Seldom do you find, like, it's kind of difficult. God bless. That was an eerie scene. Oh my God. I want to talk about that here in a second. Jesus Christ. Snorks hit like a truck. My God, they do so much damage. So snorks have a distinct growl, and something that's even scarier about snorks is that they're distinctly human. And we know that they are human because they are wearing BDUs. They have a humanoid shape, and they're wearing, you know, pre-zone military. They're wearing military gear, right? So we know that they're former military, whether it be special operations or whether it be regular military. We know these guys are former military. We know that they're human. They don't look like bloodsuckers. They're not totally unrecognizable. They're not pseudo-giants. They're not dogs. These aren't mutated fauna. These are humans, right? So in the actual Stalker lore, there's not a whole lot of description about the Snorks, where they came from. But it is hypothesized, and I think that that is a great individual... I think that is a great strategy to keep things scary, is to use ambiguity... when you don't have to explain where the monster came from, right? People will rack their brains on theories, and the theories are what make it scary. But these guys are hypothesized to be the first set of military personnel that came into the zone when the second disaster happened. And they also, you see them do hand-to-hand combat style. You see them attack you with kicks, utilizing hand-to-hand combat that they have learned in a previous life, which is pretty terrifying. So, I mean, if the outfit and the getup wasn't enough to tell you they were military, then their actions later on do. But what I liked about that is, they have this distinct sound to them. It's like a howl, right? But here, two of them showed themselves as we came through here. Two of them, one from down below, one from right here on this staircase. No, there is only one staircase, never mind. So this is the ledge. Anyways, that dude was crawling up, looking us dead in the eye the entire time, not slowing his gait whatsoever, continuing up. And we're used to them making noise. And then we see that second one coming over here. It just worked so perfectly together. I love that. That was genuinely scary. I'm going to take a minute to break some boxes. Very good. Are those eyes I see down there? Do you see what I see? Or is that an artifact? I think that might be an artifact. We're gonna risk it.
Attention. Critical emissions.
Oh.
Leave the area immediately.
Ooh, a fireball. And some droplets. Alright, first one done. We'll move up, move on the second one. Alright, let's try to get 2 for 1 here. Man, the mercs are tough. Unbelievably tough. Alright. Ooh. I'm gonna use the scientific med kit. What is this? Barrel suit? We'll take that with us. I am rushing, but I'm trying to move through here pretty quickly. There it is! Oh, there it is. Holy hell, hold on. Ooh. God, so, okay. Sorry, I had to take some shameless screenshots. Sorry about our time going down. If this is a human brain, inside of a freaking tank that is being... So, first and foremost, let's talk about the size of this thing. That is not a human brain because of the size of it. That is a brain that has been scaled up to a proportion at least 5 times the size.
If this is so important, why didn't you explain what you are going there for? And where did you get this photo from?
If you only knew where I've just been and what I saw.
One day you'll finish badly, Strelok. Hold on, son. You're going to make it. Where will you go now?
To the north.
Well, that was quite the revelation there. So we should know that by now that we are Strelok, right? It would definitely make a ton of sense for us to understand that after that flashback sequence. But above all else, this miracle machine, and I keep calling it the miracle machine, X7 or X16, the brain that creates psionic emissions. Ah, Christ. Here we go. This is terrifying because it means that the scientists that were creating something, this is not just a regular human brain, like I was trying to say prior to the cutscene. This is a large human brain that is blown up beyond standard proportions for at least 5 times greater the size of a human brain, probably more. This means that not only were these scientists, the scientists were aware of their actions, whatever they were doing, right? But also, they were experimenting on human beings, and where they got these human beings from is, you know, up in the air. It's up for discussion. I mean, the exclusion zone itself, you know, it's extremely well guarded and protected. So for the scientists to bring unsuspecting individuals here to maim for their experiments, it wouldn't be difficult. You know, not when you have the pool that these scientists do, right? And then, oh, yes, I heard that. Don't you worry. I know who that is. Of course, there'd be a spooky at the end of the tunnel. There always is. They can't hurt you if they can't see you. Mind you. I'm gonna throw frags on him till he dies, till he stops moving. I think we dropped him. Yeah, that was definitely a death rattle. Okay, so that cutscene though, that's very clearly us. You know, we should know that we are Strelok by now, right? And that character that you saw has not been introduced formally yet. It looks like Sakharov. It is most definitely not, but it'll be well worth it when we find out who that is. I know in one of these pools, these look like... Hold on, please. These look like individual baths. Here it is. Oh, okay. Oh, there's nothing in the stash. But these baths look like... I wonder if this is where the controllers came from. You know, where the concept of controllers came from. You see, they're numbered 1 through 8, right? 9. I can't think of any specific group of people. I wonder if there are 9 controllers like out on the map. And this is where they were created, where they were molded. I don't know. I think this is our friend Ghost. Yep, that's Ghost for sure.
Where the hell are you, Strelok? Damn. And Doc's gone, I could really do with a help right now. When I get back from the mission, I'm gonna find the guide at the perimeter. He goes there a lot. And he may help me find Doc. And if Strelok's still alive, Doc will know for sure where to find him. Anyway, that's for later. And now I'm all alone. on this stinking underground mission. Vasiliev doesn't count. He's just a burden which I'll have to protect. Vasiliev lost it at the very last moment, and when the door opened, he ran off instead of deactivating the lower consoles. I shouldn't have relied on him. Strelok was right to mistrust those lying dogs. My only chance is to get to the door before the controller.
So, Vasiliev was lying in his report, it seems. You see here, this is our escape route, and we did kill that controller. This is the controller that killed our friend, so we're doing him a posthumous favor. And there's the legendary ghost. I'm gonna move him off the beaten path here. Rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace. Oh, that's wild. 10. There are 10 cells here. But it seems like Vasiliev has, his recording was not correct whatsoever. And Ghost was told by me, Strelok, not to trust the scientist, and he did anyways, trying to deactivate this, and it ended up getting him killed. And Strelok, the leader of the group, has gone through and completed the initial task. We're gonna save down here. I don't know what's waiting for us. Nice. Ooh. Ah, Christ. Snorks are a very, very quick, very fast route to a game over. And up ahead, you hear a military helicopter. How do we know it's military? Because they're the only ones that have access to helicopters, as far as I know. I don't think mercs use helicopters in this universe. See dead Monolith here. God. Woo-wee. Okay. That didn't get me as bad as it probably should have, but that's God, it gets me every time. Every time. You know, Stalker is such a large game. With so much contained within it, it really is easier than you think to forget entire segments. I think we got through there pretty alright. Who is this? It's a dead stalker. Another bone pile. The bone piles really freak me out. I think that's such an interesting detail. Let's continue moving on through the tunnels. Wonder if we can get this guy quietly. Yeah. It's funny, sometimes you end up killing, Now, if I remember correctly, we're in for a bad time up ahead. Ooh! I don't want to talk about it. Now, how the hell am I supposed to know that? Maybe I should just take my corners a little bit slower. If I remember correctly, there's something really nasty at the end of this tunnel. Yep, there he is. Oh, holy hell. Okay, we have, oh, we've got to turn the jets on. We are heavy, and we do not have the resources to fight that thing. Ooh. Yep, that's a pseudo giant. That is a pseudo giant. Perhaps they were making pseudo giants. You know, it's never explicitly stated, I don't think, what the pseudo giants are Task failed. Kill the stalker. Whatever. I really don't care. We're busy doing things. Oh, Strelok. Oh my God, Strelok, get up the ladder. Get up the ladder. Keep your eyes forward. Get up the ladder. There you go. What the hell is going on? They don't just have helicopters. They have attack helicopters. They have Hinds out there. Ooh. Talk to Secretary.
The emission has been deactivated, and you're still alive. I need to warn you, however. We called in a couple of military helicopters to clear the area of zombies. You would be advised not to wander around unless you have to. Oh, and by the way, drop by our bunker every once in a while, would you?
Are you kidding? You guys called in the military trial? I forgot you guys are just not necessarily pawns of the military, but you're definitely not here because you got a research contract. You know, you got a. It's funny that the scientists like stalkers because stalkers get things done, but the military kills stalkers on sight. Therefore, the scientists have been dropped here and work alongside the scientists. Okay, the scientists have been left behind and work alongside the stalkers, but you never see the military with them because the scientists have been abandoned because of... Why? I don't really know. We got the ghost suit, though, and that's all that matters. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ooh. We'll get good pricing from them. Very good. Very good. All right, we're going to turn in all of the artifacts that we found. I'd like to start wearing some artifacts, but none of these are not great yet. Impact, rupture, bullet cap. Those are not good. I don't want to gain radiation or lose endurance. Let's get rid of these. And, I mean, these are pretty much a dime a dozen. Alright, very good. Just see. Ooh! For us, perhaps. Compact, reliable. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Actually, I was just talking to my wife about the Groza. 40K for the Groza, really? And the Siva. Oh, you guys got my number. You know what? As a matter of fact, I would gladly trade you for that. You know what? Shut up and take my money. What does it? This fires 545, right? No, it fires 9x39. Oh, that's definitely the problem. All right. We might. No, we have plenty. I don't want to get rid of this. Hold on. I'm moving a little fast here. Let's trade this and buy a Siva, and then we'll keep this in mind. We can always come back for it. Now, rumor has it that the ghost stalker never carries a first aid kit with him. Everything heals on him like on a dog. They say that he has an unusual suit that he got on an anomaly. It's very cool. Very cool indeed. But the Siva suit is also known as the... What's it called? Oh, the X-18 suit. This suit was produced by one of Kiev's defense research institutes and represents an excellent alternative to Stalker handmade suits. It is an excellent combination of a bulletproof vest, a closed-cycle breathing system, and an integrated system of anomalous field suppression. Due to the perfect choice of materials, it is a good choice. The only disadvantage is its price, which we're rolling in dough. But that is the classic suit that you'll see Strelok wearing, minus the helmet. And this one's a little different, but anyways, nevertheless, all right, folks. We're going to put our things up here. Got all sorts of 9x39 now, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Pretty cool indeed. Put all this stuff up, and we'll go outside and do our outro. All right, my dear friends. I want to thank you all for sticking around, dropping by. Whether you are new to the Stalker universe or you've been here since the beginning, played the original games on PC, I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out, sticking around, dropping likes, subscribing. My God, we're growing so fast. It's incredible. It makes me so happy every time I see the growth of the channel. But if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We have more content on the way. Something for everybody, no doubt. If you have any suggestions for games you think I should play, videos you think I should make, then please let me know down below in the comment section. It is the easiest way to get a hold of me right now at this point in time. Now, if you want to play this game for yourself, the link is also in the description. You can it's a Steam link. Steam's great. If you have a PC, you should have Steam. And remember to mind the gap, stalkers. Mind the gap. And have a good one.